couple little things that I may have not told you about. If your nuts aren't falling off, sorry. Hopefully they're not. Pull up on the hinge and kind of create some pressure on the back side so the nut doesn't spin. I'm gonna be giggling about that all night. If you have two that aren't working, then you just have to work them back and forth, and you'll feel the hinge moving up on you as it loosens up. See, that one just fell. You just heard it go click. So that one just fell off, and that one just fell. So now they'll pull out. These are the shorter ones. The ones back here are the longer ones. They usually will spin. If you grab it here and spin it real fast, it'll make them drop off. If it doesn't, then you have to do the same thing. See, that one fell. And get rid of that one. That one's not dropping. That one's not dropping either. This time you can just grab, oh, there we go. Grab it and pull it up. Get some pressure underneath it. You're going to want to be a little more delicate with it, with yours, because yours are already painted. And I think I'm using longer bolts on these because this is just for the gasket part. I don't always use brand new bolts for the gaskets because you beat them up. Now, before you caulk this part here, blow out the nuts in there because they're sitting right in that zone right there, and you don't want them to get embedded in your silicone. Now, one other thing is you're going to have a little high spot right there, and you have one here. It's usually just on the end that you start at, and the other side is good. It's not the end of the world if you have that. You just take a razor knife and just you want to create an angle so that when you put the new caulk in, it's like coming up like a beach, like a ramp. Just take that, very lightly go down with it, and then pull it out. And want to get rid of that high spot. That way when you come across with the new stuff, they got a little high spot there too, which I can shave off later. And I got another one over here. Which is not cutting. Now that piece that you had, that you ran on the inside here, I don't know if I told you that, but you put a slice on either side. That way that piece curls up on the hinge. When you take the hinge out, you can lay that down and it just continues flat through. So you're going to be doing this on all of them, on all 4 spots. You want to take your electrical tape and go an inch or so past each spot. Try to start at one end, get that same line going. Follow it all the way through to the other side. Then we'll do the same on the top. Don't be afraid to pull it back off and reset it. Because you don't want it to look like it's done twice. You want to make sure you have the same parallel line going all the way through. Once you have that, if you have rubber gloves, the blue, just the surgical type gloves, I just pull off one finger because it's a whole lot easier to work with. Fill that back in and smooth it out. One of the other things I do when I talked about pushing it back in, go over it and just very smoothly. You don't want to do it too fast because then it doesn't have time to push down in. Push it down into the gap, and you'll actually be able to feel if there's enough in there or not. Believe it or not. When it's tight, you'll feel it. When it's loose, you'll feel it. So I'm adding a little bit more. Just have to lay it right on top. You don't have to try and squeeze it in the second time. So you're going to add more. I'm going to push it in. A little more on this end because I could feel it. When you get to there, wipe your finger off and just try to keep the same pressure as you did before all the way through, and just overlap it. Go past where you started and past where you finished. When you come onto that, when you come this way, if you push too hard, you're going to have an indentation. So you want to try and go light and then try to blend into the pressure you had before. So that looks pretty good even in the video, even this bad video. But you only have a minute, maybe two at the tops to mess with it. You're going to do this on both ends. Peel it. And you're good to go. On your back side, let me show you something real quick. Hopefully you did this correctly. When you have your tape, I have my phone taped to a tripod, so forgive the bad camera angles. When you peel it, when you had your tape going through here, your electrical tape ran under here and under there. Slice on both sides, being very careful because yours is painted. When you peel this off, don't try to reuse those pieces. Pull them off and do what you did on the other end. That way you have the same smooth line running all the way through. See how this one has a little bit, wow, that looks nasty in the picture. This doesn't have the hump, so I don't have to worry about trimming that down. I'll do the same thing. I'll run the tape on the top, run the tape on the bottom, fill it in, mush it, add to it if I need to, smooth it, and then peel your tape off.